All right, Joe, our favorite female surfer, has taken herself on a trip around the world to discover some of the best breaks that she can potentially afford. She's managed to book herself a ticket to Chopu using up a few clams, and she is on her way there. Now she's struggling to find a position in the lineup. You can see some of those dark lines approaching from the horizon, but it's tricky. She's found herself a wave. She's paddling. Has she made it on? She has. She goes right and tries to stall in front of the foam. That's a dangerous tactic. Wouldn't you agree, Joe? She's paddling again. She didn't waste much time. A perfect takeoff, and she stalls. She's under the lip, and she gets mauled by that cavern of a wave. Those jaws just dragged her straight down to the reef, but she seems unfazed. She's back up again. She drops into a smaller one. She's highlining that, and she pulls off the back. Maybe a good tactic when you've got that reef just below you. She paddles again. Perfect takeoff. She stalls. She's behind the curtain. Oh, she's going to get some points for this. This is the best wave of her session so far. Look at those little speed checks as she prepares for another tube ride, but she decides to kick out. Oh, look at this. Oh, that was insane. She tried to take off right there next to the boat. She's paddling. She's back out and she paddles. Perfect takeoff. She grabs the rail. She stalls behind the curtain. That's going to be the best wave of the session so far. Slightly awkward little speed check. She barrels. Oh, she goes for it again and head first into the reef. But still, she's going to get plenty of points for that attempt. If you look at the style criteria, I think it was all in there. Power, flow. Excellent surfing by our favorite female protagonist. She takes off and turns right. I haven't seen that since Dane Reynolds and Geordie had a crack a few years ago. All right, back to the men's division. And our favorite man surfer has upgraded his equipment. He's at Jeffreys Bay. He's paddling. Look at these emerald walls. He does a couple of haphazard little turns under the lip. Not quite sure what his rationale is, but he's on his feet. He tries to do a little layback, but he instead seems to be floundering on the face. He almost makes his way off the back into the power pocket. Nice little turn there. He's ramping it up. He's all over the place, to be honest, but he lands the floater. I can't imagine him. The judge is giving him a big score for the flow on that. Did I see a little fin at the back there? Well, could have been, but it's gone now. Let's continue. Oh, I think he's decided he's out of there. The fin put him right off. Is he going to go to Cloud Break, Snapper Rocks, Bells Beach? Where is he choosing? Bells Beach, 5 to 6 foot. He's using up a few clams to get himself there. All good. Dark day in the southern coast of Victoria, near the city of Melbourne, but so far away that you can't even imagine a city is just a few kilometers up the coast. And he's finding himself. He's finding his bearings in this lineup. He takes off. Nice takeoff, keeping it tight, but his fins get caught in the lip and he gets tumbled over by these smaller waves. Nice little takeoff, but not too much on offer here. You really got to work it through this inside bowl. If you don't, you're going to get hung up behind the foam. He's doing a pretty good attempt, a nice little tumble over the top there. Frustration showing. But nevertheless, a big storm on the horizon. Look at this. I haven't seen a lineup like this since 1981 when Simon Anderson introduced the thruster, much to the chagrin of all of his competitors. Look at this wave here. This is perfect Bells Beach. Oh, he's keeping it very high up on the face. Nice little Larry layback. Almost tucks into the barrel. He's staying close to the power pocket on this one. Nice style and flow. He's really slowed down his surfing. He's enjoying this. You can see he's playing with this wave. Little layback and he tucks in, but he's just a little bit high up. The lip catches him on the noggin and he's over the falls. Nice. What's surprising me about his approach today is how high up he's riding these waves. Look at this. He's floating down almost into the barrel. Nice little turn in the tube. Oh, layback hack there. He's cruising along the face. Not too much happening. Lots of potential on this wave. He's tucking in for the barrel, and he's in the barrel. He's racing through to the inside, and he just gets clipped. Nice attempt. I can't say he's going to get a huge score for that, but nevertheless, good takeoff. Now this is some stylish surfing. Good little turn. Staying with this wave, and perhaps just getting a little bit frustrated. You know, sometimes we become accustomed to watching our favorite pros out here, and when you see the Felipe Toledos and the John Florences sometimes making mistakes, you recognize just how hard it is in conditions like these. I mean, not only is it Bells Beach, which is a tricky wave in itself, but he's in board shorts. Can you imagine how cold his extremities are as he attempts to paddle into giant 6, 7, 8 foot plus Bells Beach? Alright, so our avatar is now finding himself passage to Cloudbreak in Fiji. 60 clams to get there, and what a day it is. He's finding his feet on a few little walls. You know, he's been riding at Jeffreys Bay and Bells Beach, and so he's adapting to his backhand once the playground for those privileged surfers who could afford to stay at Tavarua Island. Cloudbreak has been opened up by the Fijian government and is accessible to all, and with some boats bearing down from the horizon, our young protagonist is catching a few waves. This is looking better. Nice little top turn, and he's up. He's really making the most of this beautiful crystalline wall as he works his way towards the inside section. Nice turn. I often say you can tell the competence of a surfer by the fluidity of their cutback. And he is demonstrating some real fluid, powerful surfing today on these small Fijian lines. And look at this, he takes off. It's a smaller inside wave, perfect takeoff, and he hammers that little wall. He turns again and turns into the section, but just gets clipped and held up. You know, your little bit of frustration can creep in, especially when it's smaller at a place like Cloudbreak. Surfing with no one else out though, who can complain about that? He's not making the most of some of these walls. Look at that picture as we pan out. Taking off, just getting held up there. He's maybe spotted something on the horizon. He takes off on this one. Perfect takeoff, and he's getting frustrated. The boats are here. There's people coming from Namotu Island. He has not got enough money to wait till the perfect storm arrives. Oh, there's even a boat coming from Plantation Island with all the dads. The dads look tired. Their baby's been crying all night long. He's getting a few turns on this one. He's making the most of it before the guys paddle into the lineup. Oh, look at that. He did a couple of great little turns. He's getting plenty of shakas from the boat. He takes off and he just doesn't make it. Maybe his shoulders are sore. Maybe he's getting sunburned. Maybe he's just had too much. His thumbs, his forefinger, the whole lot are just fatigued. Time for some rest and recovery. We'll see you all next time.